Hey everybody, it's Adamant-Nature here, back in the Battle Stadium. I'm back using our Inteleon, our support Inteleon team is probably the better way of wording that, along with Hawlucha and Gastrodon. I can't remember how we did in the last episode. It was literally 2 days ago I filmed it. I feel like we won one and lost one. But yeah, so this will be the last day we're using this team. Obviously, as I always say, you guys can check the team out in the description. You can use it yourself. Get it on Showdown, put it into your game. I'll probably leave it up for a few weeks, to be honest. But no, this is a good. Well, it's a pretty good team. It just has some unfortunate matchups, shall we say? I mean, I always seem to forget the paper in this in my episodes, don't I? When I'm recording, it's just like, Matt, you really should come a lot more prepared. Nonetheless, we've got a Lapras, a Vish, a Tita, a Togekiss, a Drill, and an Arcanine. Okay, so obviously Lapras is going to be coming, right? Lapras is surely coming. He's actually very, very weak to Hawlucha. So with that in mind, I could see it being a Lapras Arcanine lead, potentially. Certainly with Dracovish in the back. He could also just run Sand in the back instead of bringing Dracovish. There is a chance that my Gastrodon puts him off. Gastrodon is a very, very strong matchup here. The only thing that can really deal with it is probably going to be a Freeze Drive from the Lapras. Or a few crits from Togekiss, which would be unfortunate. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to lead Gastrodon and Inteleon. I think that's a pretty good matchup here. I'm going to bring Grimmsnarl for my own screens. And I quite like Hawlucha here, because if you can get rid of Arcanine, Hawlucha's in a pretty good position. I do kind of want to bring, you know what, no, I'm going to bring Silvally instead of Grimmsnarl. Silvally is literally, I literally have Silvally to deal with Lapras. So there's no reason not to bring Silvally here. Obviously the Psychic Fangs can break the screens, and then we can do a lot of damage with the multi-attack. We've got a Parting Shot there as well that can switch us out. So if we do see a Lapras lead, then maybe after one Surf from Inteleon, maybe I'll bring in Silvally. We're also a slower, bulkier variant, which helps in this matchup. It's actually going to be Togekiss Lapras, which I suppose you've got the redirection element, but I think I'm just going to click Ice Beam here against Togekiss. And click Surf. Togekiss don't tend to run Weakness Policy anymore. That was very common a couple of months ago. But you don't really see it a lot anymore. It's usually the Lapras running Weakness Policy. But if I can get... oh, he's going straight for the Gigantamax. No waiting around. No waiting around. Does a +1 Ice Beam take? Oh, okay. He is actually going to Dynamax the Togekiss. Well, this is unexpected. This is extremely unexpected. What? Wait, is he going to proc the Weakness Policy with Ice Shard? He is, isn't he? No, he's not. Because Ice Shard would have gone before Inteleon. What is going on? What is going on here? I'm so confused. Why is the Lapras not... What? I'm genuinely so confused. What's happened here? It's going to be Weakness Policy, isn't it? It's actually going to be Weakness Policy. And he's just going for the Freeze Dry. Okay, well that's a horrible, horrible start. That is a horrible, horrible start. There's no way Ice Beam is knocking this thing out in one hit. Not when it's Dynamax. Oh, good lord. And you're going to be Weakness Policy, aren't you? Right. I don't know how I win this. Hawlucha, there's no real safe switch in here for Hawlucha, because Hawlucha's either taking a Max Airstream or an Ice Shard. Maybe I switch out Inteleon here. I suppose I can recover with Gastrodon. If I switch out, if I can save Inteleon, then I can go for an Ice Shard and Hawlucha later on. I'll bring Silvally in here. Silvally with a multi-attack will do a lot of damage to that Togekiss. I'm just very, very surprised by that opening play. Clearly they did that without... Yeah, I'm super, super confused. He's gone for Ice Shard. I'm assuming they went to lead with their normal Lapras Togekiss and then realised, oh, wait a minute. If I let this Gastrodon set up, I'm pretty screwed. So they have just gone full offensive. They've gone, screw the Gigantamax Lapras. Let's get Togekiss up and running. Which, I mean, that's fair enough if they want to go down that route. Yeah, see, this is a huge problem. I'm going to bring in Hawlucha, and I'm going to go for Protect, because if he wants to max Airstream, then, or max Starfall, then Hawlucha probably takes it with the Protect, and it activates our weakness policy automatically. And I think I'm just going to click multi-attack on the Togekiss. If he chooses to Ice Shard Hawlucha as well, that's great, because obviously we just block it with Protect. He will have just seen I'm Silvally-Electric. But yeah, this is a little bit of a dangerous situation. My opponent must have just improvised after seeing the lead, and it's worked out very well for them. As I said, you don't tend to see weakness policy Togekiss a huge amount anymore, given with the amount of Lapras that has been running around. Lapras obviously would set the screens, and you'd need a crit would bypass the screen, so you'd run Togekiss, which has a 50% crit chance to get through it. So. See, in this scenario, I really want to Drain Punch. I really want to Drain Punch, but I'm not convinced I'll take an Ice Shard. But I really want to go for a Drain Punch. Goes for Freeze Dry onto Silvally, which will take very, very comfortably. And we don't take it out. I'm not convinced we live an Ice Shard. That max Airstream did too much damage. I suppose it's a +2. I don't think I can max guard after going for Protect. If I can get a Drain Punch off, it would be amazing. I do think Hawlucha will outspeed both Pokemon. It's just that Ice Shard that's the problem. It's a shame that... I don't even think Silvally... I was going to say it's a shame that Silvally doesn't have Quick Guard, but I don't even think it gets Quick Guard. Let's go for a Max Strike here onto the... I suppose I'll go on to Togekiss, as it's the more threatening Pokemon. I did want to Drain Punch, but there's no way I'm going to live an Ice Shard. I'm not even convinced I'm going to live an Ice Shard without the Dynamax. Oh no, I'm Dynamaxing Silvally, aren't I? Yeah, like I said, I'm expecting an Ice Shard here, which is going to really suck. I just threw my pen on the floor. If Hawlucha can get the Drain Punch off, it would be amazing, because it probably knocks out the Lapras. Ice Shard comes into Hawlucha. Yeah, we're not going to take it, unfortunately. I do think we'll live a Max Air, or we'll live an Air Slash. But he does go for the Dazzling Gleam, which Silvally can take. So it's very, very bulky, actually. 95 base HP is pretty damn good for it. But yeah, so we've gotten rid of Togekiss. I powered up my next Max Lightning by setting up the Electric Terrain. But if I'm honest with you, I don't think there's much help for us here. If he brings an Arcanine and drops my attack stat, I'm really not looking good. Almost lost my control. I was like, what the hell have I done with it? Yeah, wasn't a very good lead for us, was it? Really, when he Dynamaxed that Togekiss. Drill does come in. Inteleon is going to have to Protect here. I can't really hit the Drill. So I think I said Drill's going to Protect. I meant Inteleon's going to Protect. In this situation, he probably goes for high horsepower into my Silvally. If we can take it, oh no, we might outspeed the Drill actually if it's a bulky variant. It's a faster variant. He goes for the Earthquake. Can we survive this Silvally? Can we take it? I don't think we can. No, this game. To win that, I would have had to one-shot the Lapras with a Max Lightning, and then hope that he doesn't have the... Hope that he's not... Focus Sash, and then be able to take him out with Inteleon, and even then he's probably got the Tyranitar on the back. Which... is unfortunate. So, this team has a bit of a rough Lapras matchup, clearly. Apparently, it's got a rough standard Lapras matchup, not Gigantamax. You don't tend to see weakness towards Togekiss anymore. It was a little bit unexpected, I have to say. You see it every now and then, but it's... I suppose it's a little bit rare. I was right with Ice Shard Lapras. But... Hey, had I just gone... if I'd just gone Inteleon Hawlucha, I would have been absolutely fine. I would have been absolutely fine because I just Ice Shard my Hawlucha. I don't think... I don't think we would have taken a Max Airstream. No, there's no way we'd take a Max Airstream +2 from Togekiss while with Dynamax. There's no way we take that. So it's just tough lead for us overall. So interesting to see an Alcremie without its Lapras partner. Very interesting. T-Tar, Drill, Conk, Rotom Heat, Kiss, and Alcremie. So obviously Alcremie's going to want to decorate something. He doesn't have any Pokemon that learn Trick Room, so it's probably not going to be the Conkeldurr. It might well be the Togekiss. So with that in mind, I don't one-shot with a Max Lightning at +2 with Hawlucha, which... That's very, very annoying that we don't, I have to say. I think I'm going to leave Darmanitan with Grimmsnarl, set the screens and just U-turn out with Darmanitan. Yeah, that's not a bad option. And then probably bring Hawlucha. Saying that though, Gastron has a really nice matchup here if we can remove the... If we can remove the Togekiss, then Gastron's got a super nice matchup. Darmanitan can certainly get rid of the Togekiss if it leads. If he leads Sand, we should live a Max Airstream. Max Steel Spike with Reflector. I don't think we'd OHKO the extra drill back with a Flare Blitz. If it's Dynamax. So we'd probably have to U-turn out, probably hit the T-Tar. Although T-Tar is known for running weakness policy. T-Tar is known for running weakness policy. So it's actually be T-Tar with Togekiss, which is not a bad lead. We've got a lot of offensive pressure here. A lot of offensive pressure. If I set the... If I were to switch out here, what do I go into? I'd want to get Gastrodon set up. I need to get rid of the Togekiss, right? Togekiss is the biggest problem for me, because if I can get Gastrodon in, set up an Acid Armor with Reflect Up, we're looking pretty good. So, I'm just going to target Togekiss. It might be too obvious, although he may see T-Tar as more threatening to me. So maybe he protects with T-Tar, and I think I'm just going to pick Reflect. With Reflect Up, he does actually protect with T-Tar. Okay, so that's really, really nice here. And he's just going to essentially let his Togekiss die, I think. Unless it's Yachi Berry. I don't see it living this. It certainly wouldn't live an Ice Cool Crash. I don't know if it lives an Ice Punch. There's not a huge amount of difference. It does live the Ice Punch. Damn, that's annoying. That is super, super annoying. Does Togekiss Run Protect? Some do, some don't. Togekiss will faint in another couple of turns, though, to the Sandstorm damage. Maybe I switch Darm out here. Maybe I switch the Darm out. Because the Ice Punch is going to be really, really probable. Or predictable, should I say. We'll bring in Gastrodon. I've got Reflect up. I think in this situation, I'm just going to set up a Light Screen. That was not a lot of damage from Togekiss, which makes me think it's probably going to be a defensive set with the Scope Lens. But he didn't get a crit on either. Maybe it's weakness policy. I could just try and knock him out, but... if I T-Wave him... I'll probably save just set Light Screen, because if he does go for a Dazzling Gleam again and crits me, then... At least... first of all, we won't live even with the Light Screen up. But at least I'll have the Light Screen up. To deal with any future special attackers like the Rotom Wash. So Togekiss is going to follow me here as I set Light Screen. I'm expecting probably a Rock Slide from this Tyranitar. We do see the Rock Slide, that's fine. As Gastrodon actually avoids it, but it comes down into Grimmsnarl, which Grimmsnarl should tank out fine. Yeah, no issues there. So Togekiss is going to go down to the sand. So that is a huge, huge problem for me gone. Massive, massive problem. Because now he's got Conkeldurr, Tyranitar, Drill, Rotom, Alcremie. None of them can really deal with Gastrodon if I can set up an Acid Armor. But that is the important thing, right? I need to get the Acid Armor up here. I don't want to risk going for the Foul Play in case that Conkeldurr is Guts. So I'm just going to go for a... did I say I'm not going to risk the Foul Play? I'm not going to risk the Thunder Wave in case the Conkeldurr is Guts. I'm going to go for the Foul Play instead. Probably does around 20% to be honest. It's a resisted hit, but it is coming off Conkeldurr's attack stat. And it is Stab. We're going to see this thing Dynamax. Now, if I can get up an Acid Armor, it would be massive. It would be absolutely huge. He might end up Mach Punching himself here to activate a weakness policy. But I can see that doing a lot of damage to himself, to be honest. He actually just fires off a straight Max Dart on us going into Gastrodon here. It will drop Gastrodon's special defense, but that's fine because it's a largely physical attacking team. The annoying thing is it doesn't do a... if I would have preferred it did a little bit more to proc my Berry. As Grimmsnarl goes for a Foul Play here. Into Conkeldurr. Which actually does a lot more damage than what I thought. It was a critical hit, that's why. Okay. Conkeldurr's going to go for a Brick Break here, just smashing straight through my screens, which is really unfortunate for us, but at least we get the important Acid Armor up. I can see him double targeting Gastrodon here, actually, which is a little bit annoying. So I may need to bring in... if I bring in Darmanitan here, Darmanitan won't take a Mach Punch, but what it does do is it's going to give me a little bit of leeway and just sort of some distraction. Because Darmanitan tends to run Superpower, right? So it's just going to give him some distraction, something to think about while I get off a recover with Gastrodon. And then next turn I can look to Dynamax. I think in the meantime I probably click Ice Punch onto Conkeldurr. I don't want to go for U-turn and activate a weakness policy. That's the thing. Yeah, let's just click Ice Punch on Conkeldurr. I'm expecting a Mach Punch. There's the Mach Punch. That's great. Darmanitan, you did exactly what I needed you to do. I just needed to buy some time so I could get recover off. As he's going to go for the... He's actually going to go for a Max Knuckle now, which isn't ideal. I mean, we'll be put on full HP, and I suppose next time we can look at going for an Earth Power. But that's not great. The other difficult thing here is that I can't really go for Surf. Right? So, if I go for Surf here, I potentially proc a weakness policy, which is the last thing I want to do. We're yet to use our Dynamax. I probably Dynamax this turn and target that Conkeldurr, actually. Or I just go for... Or I just Snipe Shot the Conkeldurr, you know. If I Snipe Shot the Conkeldurr, it probably faints to it. And then I can go get another Acid Armor up. I like this play. I like this play a lot. T-Tar may just target Inteleon, which would suck to not have a special attack boost. But I'm not convinced I actually need the special attack boost against this team. Rotom Heat might be annoying considering I don't have a water move. But let's go for the Snipe Shot here into Conkeldurr. I should be able to 1v1 the Rotom, provided it doesn't have Dark Pulse, which a lot of Rotom do run now. But he's surely not gonna appreciate my my Gastrodon setting up here. So Inteleon's going to get the Snipe Shot off. That's going to go straight into Conkeldurr, which I expect to knock it out on one hit from that range of HP. It is enough to knock it out with the critical hit. Not convinced the crit mattered. It may have done. It seemed to be Assault Vest set, so maybe. And we're going to see a Max Darkness come up from T-Tar here, probably going into Gastrodon, who takes that absolutely fine. And we're going to get off another Acid Armor. So obviously we're going to be taking a lot less damage from the Conkeldurr. Now, if Drill comes in here, it'll be a little bit annoying. I'd probably go for Protect with Inteleon as... Oh, the Sandstorm's gone down. That's pretty huge, considering that's his Dynamax gone. Drill does come in. That is huge here. And he's Air Balloon as well. Honestly, I think I'm just going to Dynamax and go for a Surf. I'm not going to risk healing. If I max Quake and go for... I'll target Tyranitar. If he brings in Rotom, Surf is still going to do a lot of damage. Inteleon's going to be the fastest thing on the field unless the Drill is Scarfed. Or, I suppose, unless the T-Tar is Scarfed. Let's Dynamax Gastrodon. It's a little bit of a risk not going for a recover, potentially. But we are the slowest thing on the field regardless. And so doubling our HP and just giving us the extra bulk with +3 attack. +3 defense. I expect Gastrodon to not die this turn when Dynamax. And Surf is going to be some massive, massive damage on my opponent's side of the field. And it's going to give us that Storm Drain boost. The only iffy thing for me is going to be that weakness policy. I'm a little bit scared of it. Surf just straight up knocks out the Excadrill. It does some massive damage. We do proc a weakness policy. Where does this thing attack? What do you attack, shall I say? So, believe T-Tar is his last Pokemon. He goes for the Rock Slide, which Gastrodon should absolutely swallow. And that should be the game, really. As Max Quake comes out from Gastrodon, T-Tar won't be living that at +1. And that's that. So Togekiss faints first, then Conkeldurr, then Excadrill, then Tyranitar. That is the game, guys. That is this team for this week. I've got a really good team, really fun team, should I say, for next week. But I'm not going to use the word submit. I guess it kind of is submitted, not specifically for YouTube purposes, but I used it on stream a few days ago, and I absolutely love using the team for next week. So make sure you subscribe if you're interested. It does feature a Komodo and a double, so you're not going to want to miss that. But yeah, so if you're interested in more content, guys, you can follow me on Twitch with the link in the description. Also follow me on Twitter. I stream 1 PM through to 5 PM British summertime. And you can also access this team in the description below. I'm Matt Metric, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.